Hello, everyone. Rebecca here. I hope you're doing well. And today we're doing a really fun video. It is a turnout focused video for ballet technique, and it's anatomically based. So we talked a lot about turnout in the last video and how it's a multiplicity of muscle groups collaborating and working together. And not just the glutes, not just the hamstrings, not just the core and the back, but it really is a full body experience. So we're going to try our best to also keep that full body experience alive and how we train for our turnout, how we release, and how we also contract and engage. So I am using just a mat, and then where'd they go? And then if you have a massage ball, go ahead and grab one. If you don't, you can also do this without the massage ball, but the massage ball really does target the specific muscle group that we're after. And if you would like to get a massage ball, I have some linked in this. And if you'd like to get a massage ball, I have one linked in the description box below. And it's just a link to my Amazon box. So we're going to start lying all the way down on our backs. And you can just have the feet planted, knees up towards the ceiling. And we're going to start with some breath. Okay. So when you are breathing, you're going to take an inhale and you're going to place hands on the sides of the ribs. Feel the ribs expand into the palms, and then you're going to exhale. Feel your exhale help deflate your lungs, and let the palms come in, fingertips come closer. Nice. And if it helps, you can breathe out through the mouth, letting the tongue drop to the bottom. Nice. So if the tongue is towards the roof of the mouth, that usually means you're holding some extra tension in the throat and in the back of the neck. And then keep your breath now that you have made yourself aware of the pattern and the expansion of the lungs. See if you can find its echo all the way down into the low abdomen. So as you inhale, you'll let the low belly expand. And then as you exhale, feel it sort of hollow out and contract right above the pubic bone. Then we're going to add a little movement to this breath pattern. You can place hands on those front bony protrusions, normally called your hip bones. They're anatomically called your ASIS. And so now we're going to gently push into your hip bones, and you're going to tuck the pelvis under. So you're squishing the space or imprinting, and then gently push them away. And you're going to arch. Okay, so you can find a C curve in the front body, and also it mirrors in the back body. Again, let's inhale to arch. And then exhale, you want to draw the abdominals in this time. Feel everything knit together as you imprint. And let's do one more. And then we're going to try to engage and focus on the pelvic floor, and then working our way up into the transverse abdominals into the spine. So start first with an inhale. You'll let the low belly rib cage expand. And then on your exhale, you're going to engage the rectum, a bit like you don't want to go to the bathroom on yourself. Nice. And then you're going to keep the low abs in. Nice. And then just release that. Okay. So let's try that a few more times. Inhale. Exhale, engage the rectum. Let that engagement follow through into the low abs, all the way into the mid-abdominal range. And then release. 2 more. Deep breath in. Exhale. Nice. And last one. And now we're going to maintain this abdominal engagement, but keep our breathing. You're going to inhale, extend that right leg all the way out. And then keep the leg extended. You're going to exhale, draw the navel up and in even more. So you feel a deep stretch in the front of that hip flexor. You're finding leg through that supporting leg. Nice. You might even start to feel the glutes slightly tuck under. And that's good because now we can access our rotators, which we'll do in a second. So again, inhale. I'm trying to maintain a neutral spine. So not arching or over tucking. Nice. And everything zips together. Let's do one more on the right. And then draw that right leg up and in. Hopefully you feel a little longer on the right side. Next, let's inhale, extend the left. And exhale, navel comes up and in. Feel a gentle wrapping of that left glute. Inhale. And if you notice, I'm making a sh sound with my breath because it helps to power up the transverse abdominals even more. You're welcome to try it. And one more. And then bring that left leg up and in. Nice. Now we're going to do both legs out. You can always reach one out at a time. And I'm going to squeeze the feet together for this one. So it's a super narrow position, but your hips should feel a little more space. If you need a little more space, go ahead and open them about hip distance apart. Okay. You're going to start with an inhale. Exhale, same thing. Just staying parallel. Yes, I'm going to let my arms just open down to the side so I can feel my upper back even more. Nice. 2 more. Nice. We're going to add on. So adding some rotation, we inhale. On your exhale this time, you're going to externally rotate by grabbing onto the glutes. Inhale, hold. Exhale, come back in. Inhale, stay. Exhale. Rotate. Think pinky toes to the floor. Inhale, hold. Exhale. And de-rotate or internally rotate. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale, hold. Exhale. Nice. And we're going to advance this. So just use your next exhale to rotate out. And we're going to flex both ankles. It's okay if the ankles don't touch for now. All right? Wherever your rotation takes you is beautiful. Okay? Take a deep breath in. This time on your exhale, you're going to press down in the left side, lift the right leg and hold. You're going to point the foot and flex and point and flex and 2 more times and point and flex. Take an inhale to stay. Lower down. Good. We switch to the other side this time. Think of pressing down, wrapping more in that right glute. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Last one. Flex, stay, and exhale. Nice. 1 more time each side. Good. Reach that heel forward. Point and flex long toes. Good. Like you have jellyfish arches. Last one. And think of reaching the pinky toe down first. And stay. 1 more time. Good. Heel reaches forward. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Reach the heel forward before you lower. Nice. Everything comes back center. Good. And relax. Okay. I'm going to roll onto my side to come up to seated. Nice work, everyone. That's not easy. We're going to now do something similar, but coming seated. So we're going to now do the same thing, but coming seated. And it's a little bit harder on the low abdominals. So I'm going to place hands behind me to start, just to get the movement going, and then we'll advance it. So I'm going to start by bringing the inner thighs close together. Now I'm going to press the backs of the knees down into the mat. Not too much so you're super hyperextended. That's not necessary. But just so that the quads are pulled up and I'm not completely relaxed here. Okay? So I'm going to inhale, reach those toes long. Exhale, externally rotate. And you want to think of pressing the sits bones down here. Good. And then come back center. Nice. Exhale, open. And center. And my heels of the hands are here to help me lift out of my hips if I need it. And that will help me to feel my core more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Last 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. You're going to hold it just for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back in. Nice, everyone. Good. So I'm going to come back even farther again because I'm 5 months pregnant and I can't bring my knees in quite as close as I used to because there's a belly in the way now. So if you also need more support abdominally, you can come back here with me. If you have no limitations, go ahead and stay seated as tall as you can. Again, pressing the backs of the knees down into the mat. You're going to inhale, exhale. You're going to draw that right knee in, bring it in as far as you can, and then exhale. You're going to rotate both sides out, really pushing that heel forward. Good. Still pressing the back of that left thigh down into the mat. Exhale, come in and center. 3 more times. Pressing up and open and in and center. 2 more. Good. And if you notice, I'm keeping this ankle aligned with my shin, so I'm not letting the ankle drop here, but I'm keeping it lifted. And let's do the other side. Deep breath in. Exhale. And close. And back down. Nice. Shoulder blades stay engaged. And again, if one side is different, try not to judge. We're in practice mode. One more. Good. And relax the legs. Nice. So to now release a bit, done a lot of work. I hope your legs feel long, as mine do. You're going to grab onto your massage ball. We're going to come back lying down. So I'm going to let my left leg come out long. And then I'm going to put the massage ball right underneath the meat of my glutes and then rotate out to the side. Okay? You want the hips to stay pretty even. You don't want to fall too much to that right side. And you're going to draw the navel up and in just a little bit here. Nice. We're going to stay on this side for about a minute. Feel free to adjust the ball if you need to. Like if you need it a little higher, bring it higher, and so on and so forth. And just a reminder to keep your exhales. Your exhales will really help in this releasing moment. Nice. Massage ball is not always easy. Sometimes it's very intense, especially the first time you do it. But the more you do it, the more you get used to it and the easier it gets to breathe through it. And then we're going to let that right knee come up and we'll switch to the other side. And then we'll come all the way back center. So that side felt like it needed a little more love, as it is my standing leg, typically like in pirouettes and such. Okay, now we're going to flip onto our bellies. We're going to do a little more work and then we'll do one more release. So a couple things here. Again, 5 months pregnant. I have a huge belly. Feels huge. And so I'm going to come down really low so I don't squish my belly. And also, if you have any lower back issues, you can come down to my level. If you want a little more and you have more mobility, let's say in the upper and lower back, you can come onto forearms. Okay? I'm going to come down pretty low. I'm going to rotate externally. So my glutes are already engaged and my feet are as wide as my mat. So I'm not super narrow in this. If you want an extra challenge, you can narrow the legs, but this is for beginners. So take it where you need it. Now I'm going to take an inhale. On your exhale, draw the navel up and in, and then press the pubic bone down into the mat. Let's do that 3 more times. And keep getting longer out through the back of the neck. Good. Now we're going to hold our glutes and you're going to just lift in one leg and lower. And we're going to lift 8 times on each side. Okay? 2. Nice. And as I'm lifting, I'm trying to sink in the opposite side. So it's okay if it's not that high. And keep thinking of pinky toe reaching up and pubic bone reaching forward. Last 2. Good, last 1. And then switching to the other side. And I'm pushing down with the pinky fingers. Last 1. Nice. Now we're going to lift both legs. Again, I'm not going very high, so don't squish my baby. If you have the mobility, go a little bit higher, or the strength. Okay, so you want to push the pubic bone down, lift both legs. And think of rotating the heels down as you lower. Pinky toes help you lift. Heels lower. And see if you lost your breath. Good. Keep reaching out through all 5 toes so you don't bend the knees. And last 2. And last 1. We're going to hold it up. You're going to slightly internally rotate just to release the glutes. Externally rotate, rotate more. Internal, external. Good, last 4. And you're just at a hover. 3. And 2. Last 1. Nice. And then we're going to move into a little frog stretch. So some of you have probably seen on the internet or been in studios where frog stretch is this version. Whoop, that's moving with me. I'm not such a fan of that version, especially for beginners, where there's any weight on the knees and the joints primarily. So I want you to come into a frog. You can come lower as well, where your knees are opened Pubic bone is reaching forward and your toes are lifted off the floor. Okay, so there's not weight on the knees, but you're still finding that openness in the hip. Okay, we're here about a minute. Go ahead and release the legs and push yourself up. Nice. So the last little segment we'll do is some seated work, and then we'll do some standing work. Okay, but we're more than halfway there. So let's start with one leg long. I'm going to start with my left leg, and I'm going to actually bend it a bit, and I'm just keeping the opposite knee into a comfortable position. I'm going to start then by placing my hands behind me, again, not slouching, but help me to shift my weight into my sits bones. Okay, from here, I'm going to let this left knee fall out to the side, so it's pushing down gently towards the floor, opening and spiraling out. And then I'm going to reverse that. Feel free to move that right foot out of the way. Okay. I'm finding external rotation and then internal rotation. Nice. Good. And I'm flexing the foot. You can point it. One more. And then you're going to hold it open. You want to push not on the knee, but on the upper part of the thigh. And I'm actually thinking of more of massaging my inner thigh to open towards my outer thigh. So I'm sort of moving the fascia and moving the superficial flesh in that direction. Seeing if I can soften in the hips even more. And then we're going to lengthen that left leg. We're going to stay on this side, and you're going to do the same thing, but with a straight leg. So your hip will lift as you go to internal rotation. Keep that knee pressing down, pinky toe reaches down. Make sure you're on both sits bones when you find your external rotation. Okay, internal rotation, sits bone can come off, and external rotation, sits bone placed back down. Good. And just like I said before, finding internal rotation is just as important as finding external rotation. And important that we stretch and strengthen them both equally. But I lost count. I think I have two more. And then on your last one, you're going to hold. You can flex in the foot and then push the foot down. Just make sure your leg is not bent here. Otherwise, you're just rotating in that lower leg, which you don't want to do. Really pushing through the back of that thigh. And I'm also pushing on this thigh to help me rotate, get a little leverage. And then we'll come all the way up. And then over to the other side. Starting with the leg bent, you can point or flex. Okay, we flex. Rotate out and in. Nice, last one. And then we're going to press that upper inner thigh open. Good. Massaging the fascia back towards the quad, towards the IT band. And then we'll straighten that right leg. Same thing, we internally rotate and externally rotate. And these are your last two. And last one. Then you hold it out. If you can reach, you flex and push down. Again, reminder to straighten that knee all the way. Good. Then we come onto with both legs long. Okay, and I'm going to really push the backs of the knees down. Flex, rotate out, and just back to parallel. Out and parallel. And eventually you could do this with a TheraBand. And you can gently, no force, gently find your fingertips on the backs of your hamstrings to help lengthen. Nice, and then you just hold it in your external rotation. We'll flex and point 8 times. 3, keep trying to reach the heel forward more. 5, and 6. Find those glutes even more. 7, and 8. And then release. And keep the knees up towards the ceiling. You'll go forward. Good. If you like, you can reach the arms in front. Or if you want a little more, you can reach it to the side. And gently push yourself up. Nice. So we're going to finish our floor work with a piriformis stretch. So we did a piriformis release earlier, and now we'll do another one. So if this is not available to you, for one, you can get the knees as far stacked as you can, and then place a pillow or a block underneath the knees, or a small blanket. Good. And I'm going to flex in my ankles very gently. We're going to do some side over stretches here. So I'm going to reach up and over to the side on the diagonal, keep the sits bones down, and switch sides. Reaching up and over. And switch. 2 more. 1 more each side. Good. And then we're going to go out on the diagonal. You go side, reach forward on the diagonal so you can put weight on the legs. Switch hands, reach out on that diagonal, then reach up and over and switch. 1 more time this direction. Up and over and forward and front, diagonal and side and up. Nice. Switching directions. Up and over, diagonal, fan the arms through, diagonal, up. 1 more time and up and forward and over and up and center. Nice. Let's switch legs. Good. And if you can, try to keep both sits bones heavy and you're reaching both heels as far forward as you can. Okay. I think we went to, gosh, I can't remember. I think we went to this side first. So we'll go this way. Up and over and center. We're going to go both ways anyway. And over and center. 1 more time each side. Hopefully this feels really nice on the hips and the lower back. Good. Now we find our diagonals. Reach up and over. Flatten the back. Find your opposite diagonal. Spiral the chest open. 1 more time that direction. Up and over. And spiral. Reach. And open. Like opposite direction. Up and over. And reach. And reach. And open. Up and over. Make sure you're breathing. And reach. And open. Nice, everyone. That is our final conclusion for mat work. Let's come up and we'll do one final thing standing. So if you need to hold on to something, go ahead, hold on to something. No big deal if you have the balance or not. We're not quite working on balance just yet, although it is a part of your turnout. Everything's linked together. So we're actually going to start with the left leg in a parallel position. Glute is still wrapping under and externally rotating so that we're supported on the right leg. Okay, so we're going to start by opening that right leg out. And then you're going to exhale. Think low abdominals help you to internally rotate. Nice. Open out and in. And I think heel forward when I come out. And then pinky toe leads as I internally rotate. Now I'm trying not to do this on the standing side. 1 more low. And then you're going to do it higher. This is reminiscent of our possés and retires. 2. And last one. And then we'll hold it. Let's just bring the arms in first for fun. We hold for 8, 7, 6. Keep reaching the pelvis forward. 4, 3, 2. Knee back even more. 1. Bring that knee in and switch to the other side. Nice. That standing side is working quite a bit. So we start with rotating first. Find a lift in that rectum, pelvic floor, low abs. And we do 4. Keep breathing. 3. And 2. And 1. Now lifting it up by the knee for 4. and 3, and 2, and 1, and we hold for 8, 7, and I'm doing this to remind myself, pulling my abs up, 3, 2, 1, knee comes up, and center. And then just to finish, we're going to find a first position and do just a plie. Okay? So let's see if we can find that sequence of events. If you need to bend the knee slightly so you have a little more room, draw the navel up and in, lengthen the tailbone, find that long position. Now we're going to take a bigger demi-plié and stretch. Nice. Let's actually keep them really small. Yeah. If you want to, you can find the arms in your en bas or low position, preparation position. Good. And think like as you go down, the rest of you wants to go up. Good. Nice. And let's go just for belly button to the spine, 3, and 2, and 1. And just balance in first. Take the arms up high, 5th. And we'll plie balance. Stay for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open and finish. Nice work, everyone. This is the end of your turnout class. We'll probably do a few more like this. It depends how I'm feeling, as I get bigger and bigger. But I'll do what I can for as long as I can. And then also we'll see after the pregnancy. Let me know what you thought of this video. And let me know if you have any other questions. I love helping you with your ballet technique and seeing how you all progress. All right. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Ciao, Bellas. Bye.